This video is about the Young Scholars Program, which was piloted in 3 of our elementary schools in 2009. The underrepresentation of the economically disadvantaged and culturally diverse learners in our gifted program has always been a growing concern for District 622. Inspired by the Fairfax County, Virginia initiative, this program identifies and nurtures high academic potential at an early age. The Young Scholars Program will better prepare our students for more challenging and rigorous schoolwork in their academic careers. It provides 3 key elements: the access, the advocacy, and the affirmation that these learners need to pursue advanced learning on their own. In this way, the High Potential Department will truly mirror the constant demographic shifts of our school district.
I've been teaching gifted for approximately 7 years, and during my 7 years we were constantly striving to find a way to identify those underrepresented populations.
All teachers know that that students learn differently and that there's different learning styles, but a program like Young Scholars really validates that. And a student who may be struggling in reading can be incredibly gifted spatially, incredibly gifted mathematically.
So these are kids who've always been really shining stars and bright, and I've known that they're bright kids, but when I see some behaviors that a lot of teachers would see as negative, I kind of see it in a different way.
The Young Scholars Program would absolutely be an asset to this school and to the students, because I think it gives them an opportunity to demonstrate their knowledge in a way that they don't get to in a typical classroom setting, and it gives them opportunity to challenge themselves.
And so when we heard about this program, Young Scholars, we jumped on board because we thought it would really help us better identify these kids.
If a child is ready to go forward, I want a program that can really nurture that child.
I think it's part of his identity now in school here, that he's in that program.
I think for me the reason it's so timely is because I know so many of these English language learners are really bright children.
It is opening a door, and I think we're in the business of that.
It feels like something that I was meant to do. It feels like something that is very important and something that needs to be done.
They take pride in what they've been doing. They know that they're young scholars. They watch the clock and they say, isn't it time for our young scholars class now?
I will think, I will reason, I will read, I will write.
One of the things that I've seen with the Young Scholar Program is that the kids have become really great at advocating for each other.
A lot of the kids who are in the Young Scholars group tend to hang around together now and have made really good friendships, and they stick together and they help each other, and I think that's been a really positive thing, because I think it's kids that might not have been friends otherwise.
Seriously, it's kind of just, you're a normal kid like any other, but some of us kids, like most of the kids there, we're like Albert Einstein.
A young scholar is a person young like me who goes to a special class. I go to this class because I'm really smart and I was chosen to come.
We learn about math and we read a lot.
You learn algebra like most of the kids in our class, like our real class would learn it in 4th grade, but we learn it early.
And some games and some reading.
I feel like a very smart kid. I'm going to go to college.
I would like to be a doctor.
A veterinarian.
Becoming a nurse. At the same time, I was thinking becoming an artist.
A professional hockey player, maybe like a doctor.
A mechanic.
I'm really excited that my child is in the Young Scholars Program and that they offer this program, because I was a little bit worried that he wasn't being maybe pushed enough.
Well, I think my child is benefit from the Young Scholars Program because she's learning more and she has fun doing that. She feels proud about being in that program.
The Young Scholar Program really provides a challenge for my son. He's not like the typical average child. He's very into reading more and more books. He's very into trying to learn more things as far as math, science.
Yeah, as soon as they found out she was going to be in it, she was very excited. Never seen her more involved, wanting to be involved in school. So.
In the spring when we heard this was coming, we're like, oh, is that one more thing that we have to do? And instead of one more thing we have to do, it's been one less thing, but an exciting, positive thing. We got to hear from just not the classroom teachers how they were performing, but from some specialists or from our behavior specialists.
My teaching, the teacher was able to sit back and observe her classroom, or his classroom, and find students who are using those critical thinking skills or being creative that they might not typically see in their classroom.
We go into the first, second, and third grade classrooms, and we do what we call push-in lessons, where we teach a lesson trying to find the kids who are creative thinkers, who think outside the box, who are higher level thinkers.
And I think that of all the programs that we've added or brought into our district, Young Scholars probably goes the longest way towards closing that opportunity gap, because we are really identifying kids that should be identified.
Kids that's in the program, they're making great stride to do better. That's the most important thing. They're thinking about education, they're thinking about what they can do and what they can do for the future, for themselves and for their families. And Young Scholars is a great program to implement that.